Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Ezra. If you're new here, tonight we've got a night special, a 10 o'clock special. I'm going to be going through a book summary of the Book of Revelation. I know I've done Genesis and Exodus, but someone requested this, so I'm going to go from there. So, the Book of Revelation is the final book of the New Testament. It is a prophetic vision given to the Apostle John while he was exiled on the island of Patmos, which is just outside of Turkey, but it's an island from Greece. It's not far from Kos. It contains apocalyptic imagery and symbolic language revealing the ultimate triumph of good over evil and God's final judgment. So here's a summary of that book. So chapters 1 to 3 is the letters to the 7 churches. John writes letters to the 7 churches in Asia Minor, addressing their strengths and weaknesses. Jesus commends their faithfulness and warns against complacency and false teachings. Revelation 2:10. Do not be afraid of what you are about to suffer. I tell you, the devil will put some of you in prison to test you, and you will suffer persecution for 10 days. Be faithful even to the point of death, and I will give you life as your victor's crown. That's very encouraging. Now, chapters 4 and 5, the throne room of heaven. This is amazing. John is taken up to heaven where he sees God's throne. And the throne is surrounded by worshippers and the Lamb, who is Jesus, who is worthy to open the sealed scroll. It's also got an emerald rainbow across the top of it. Revelation 5:12, it says, in a loud voice they were saying, worthy is the Lamb who was slain to receive power and wealth and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and praise. We should be praising his name every day. Every breath is his. Remember that. We're building his kingdom. Chapters 6 to 18, the tribulation and judgments. The opening of the 7 seals, the sounding of the 7 trumpets, and the pouring out of the 7 bowls of God's wrath bring various judgments upon the earth. These include wars, famines, plagues, and natural disasters. The rise of the Antichrist and the false prophet, along with the persecution of the saints, is also depicted. It feels like we're at that time now. You've got to be ready, be prepared, make sure your lamp is full. Revelation 13, 16, and 17, it says this, it also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive the mark on their right hands or in their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name. We're seeing that now with RFID chips and wrists, and you're only going to be able to buy and sell water and things like that through that. We've got to be vigilant. Chapters 19 to 20 is the second coming of Christ and the millennium. Jesus returns triumphantly to defeat the Antichrist and his armies at the Battle of Armageddon. Satan is bound for 1,000 years, during which Christ reigns on earth with his saints. We're his saints. If you know him, and I mean know him, you are his saint. You're his son. Revelation 19:11. I saw heaven standing open, and there before me was a white horse, whose rider is called Faithful and True. With the justice he judges and wages war. Wow, what an image. And chapters 21 and 22, the new heaven and new earth. John describes the new heaven, the new earth, the new Jerusalem. God dwells with his people, wiping away every tear. The book ends with an invitation and a warning to remain faithful to the end. Remain faithful. Revelation 21:4. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. It's going to be amazing. So let me give you some understanding. Revelation is a complex and symbolic book. It's interpreted in various ways, but the central theme is God's sovereignty. So, despite appearances, God is in control of history and will bring about his purposes. Remember, for his good purpose, he's sovereign over all. The triumph of good and evil will ultimately be defeated, and righteousness will prevail. So evil is going to be gone. We've already won. Judgment and salvation. The book underscores the reality of divine judgment, but also the promise of salvation for those who remain faithful. So stop right there. Remain faithful. And then we've got the encouragement to persevere. Christians are encouraged to remain steadfast in their faith despite persecution and trials. And also the hope for the future. Revelation offers a vision of glorious future where believers will dwell with God in a renewed creation. So every day you wake up, smile and say victory in Jesus, because he's already won. And any battle that you face, show it to God. Whatever trial and tribulation you're going through, show them how big your God is. And if you don't know Jesus, I would encourage you to get to know him before it's too late. Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you like this kind of content, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, keep it biblical.